Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Feeding the turtles here. Some of you say you're only subscribed to me to watch my turtles swim and don't give a crap about my reviews. So, yeah, I figured I'd give you guys something to watch as well.
Boing, bop, flippity flop.
What is up, my friends? Welcome back to another video. I have an exciting Ridge Racer review for you guys by Arcade 1UP. Now, the reason why I'm excited is because I actually think that this is one of the better of my Arcade 1UP machines. I only have actually a couple of things to nitpick about. For the first time, I think, in any of my reviews, this will be the least complaints. Stick around. So I got my Ridge Racer pre-order earlier than I expected. I was told sometime in March and received it in mid-February. As I opened the packaging, I noticed that the parts were packaged better than previous models that I have received in the mail. This being my 8th Arcade 1UP, I'm getting pickier and pickier as my game room fills up and real estate becomes more scarce. So my expectations or standards have been raised lately on what I expect from Arcade 1UP, as they have raised prices in the past. So let's start with the appearance. It replicates the Ridge Racer arcade machine that I remember seeing in the arcades as a kid. The black and red with the yellow accent looks great and looks even better in person. What I love the most about this machine is the overall larger appearance of the cab. Well, look at how it compares with my legacy cabs of last year. The riser is wider and taller, and the marquee has also been raised. I hope that this size will become the new norm and has a more impressive stance to it when you walk upon it. As you may know, the cab has Wi-Fi for competitive lap times and comes included with 5 racing games. In order for your racing time to be registered, you'll have to complete a race before your game is over. When you exit the game and go back to your menu selection, you'll be able to see how your time stacks up against other Ridge Racer Arcade 1UP owners. Now, one thing, my first complaint about this machine is, one of my biggest complaints about some of these Wi-Fi Arcade 1UPs is that you can't save local scores. I don't understand. Like, my non-Wi-Fi cabinets can save all of the local scores, so why can't the Wi-Fi ones do that? I mean, it would be a matter of having, internal memory of a few megabytes. Why can't Arcade 1UP give us both? You know, especially you wind up paying more for the Wi-Fi cabs anyway. The least you can do is give us internal memory so you can save, local high scores. So that's my first gripe I got about the Ridge Racer. You can't save your local scores. Your high scores or your race times will be recorded only if you complete the race, and only your best score will be posted on the global leaderboards. Now, the games included, you have Ridge Racer 1 and 2. I love Ridge Racer 1 and 2 are very similar. It would be like comparing Street Fighter Champion Edition and Street Fighter Champion Turbo. Ridge Racer 2 being, faster than the original. The cars go faster. The tracks, music tracks are a little better, in my opinion. You have a rear view mirror. That's one of the differences. But, very similar. And you have Ace Driver and Ace Driver Victory Lap. Also, Victory Lap being the sequel, the games being similar. And then you have Rave Racer. I spent the most time playing the marquee title so far, which is the one I'm most familiar with. The other games are very good. I mean, I've been playing this cab on. I've been hooked on this cab all week. I can't get away from it. It's so much fun. Now, each game has its own unique feel with the steering, braking, shifting, the rumble. Ridge Racer 1 and 2 doesn't have rumble, which is not a big deal for me. The steering wheel has natural resistance when you turn it to make it feel realistic when ripping into turns. Victory Lap, Ace Driver, and Rave Racer utilize the rumble, and I think it's a great complement to the game. Like I just mentioned, each game has its own signature feel. You can switch camera angles with all the games aside from Ridge Racer 1 and 2, which have the fixed view. A Rave Racer. I've never played Rave Racer up until now. And it was a surprise hit with me. I've been addicted to it. It's whenever I get ready to play a Ridge Racer, it's tough for me to pick a game because I want to play them all. They're all excellent. So after I finish, this review, I'm gonna just play Ridge Racer because I really want to perfect that game before I move on to the other ones. I will say that if you love manual shift. I mean, the Ridge Racer game has my favorite feel as far as the shifting simulation. This is a very impressive one-up. I think they've scored on this one, aside from just a couple of minor issues I have. Another one being the sound, and two I'll get to shortly. Let's talk about Rave Racer briefly and continue. Rave Racer features the rumble as well. Rave Racer features that rumble. The niche with this game is the ability to whip the car around turns, barely needing to brake and executing that perfect drift. It's like the drift lover's game, you know? Go to the setting option before the startup of each game and you'll be linked to all of your options. Most of the games have options that let you select your different cars, which are different colors, but in Rave Racer, you actually, the cars are actually differently styled and they'll have different graphics on them. Really cool, and the best soundtrack has to go to Rave Racer, in my opinion. It's a great game. They're all great. It's hard to say one game. I can't just say great game to Rave Racer without saying great game to Victory Lab, great game Ace Driver, great game Ridge Racer. They're all great games. So anyway, on a down note, I'm not going to finish with a down note. The quality speakers, the speakers that you get with Arcade 1-Up, it's a shame because with the outstanding soundtracks and sound effects that come with these games, you're not really going to experience it with these stock speakers. And plugging in headphones to the cabinet didn't help or improve the audio quality either. I have good Sony headphones and I didn't get any improvement in sound. No punch, no bass, no growl of the engine, nothing like that. Unfortunately, with these speakers. Now, on a better note, the steering wheel that comes with the Arcade 1-Up is very good. I love it. I own a Logitech steering wheel and a Dreamcast steering wheel. I'll say that the wheel, I would put this cab as one of the better Arcade 1-Ups that they have designed so far. My only serious concern is that the pedals are thin plastic. I think over time, I just can't see these thin plastic pedals being anything less than... You don't have to worry about them because I feel like they could easily be cracked. The gas pedal lifts up so that the whole section can be folded away. I mean, I like that attribute, but it's very flimsy. And look how it compares to the pedals on my other steering wheel brands. I mean, the other brands are a lot thicker plastic. And, my Logitech steering wheel I've had for over 10 years, and that plastic's pretty solid. I wouldn't stand or put too much weight on this plastic plate either. Other than that, guys, ladies and gents, everything else is good to go aside from the speakers and the shady pedals. But the pedals feel nice when you step on them. You feel like tension of a gas pedal, and the brake feels nice too, but as you can see, they're really thin plastic. I mean, everything else is pretty good to go aside from the speakers. Those of you that follow my channel, you know how I feel about these bread and butter speakers that are in every Arcade 1-Up these days. The monitors displays these 1990 games with bright color and clarity. As you can see, these thin pedals. I hope there'll be a third party that comes out with a better design, a plug-and-play replacement for these, or maybe Arcade 1-Up will offer upgraded pedals in the future. Hopefully, I mean, that would be a great idea for them to make a little extra money, because I'm sure Ridge Racer owners would want to upgrade their pedals, In the meantime, I'm thinking about installing these pedal plates. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I may zip tie them on. We'll see. But I figured I'd put an adhesive coin door on the front to go along with my legacy cab to see how it kind of flows together. And then eventually I'm going to find like a nice little Namco logo to put right there in the center. So yeah, man, I've been very happy with the Ridge Racer arcade cabinet. I'm loving it so far. Those games are classics. They're excellent. They drive really nice. It brings back memories of those 90 racers, and I'm hoping that maybe next year we'll see a Daytona by Arcade 1-Up, and I would probably flinch. I probably will give in and probably give more money, because I would love to see a Daytona cab. They're freaking amazing. And maybe next year you upgrade them, upgrade the pedals, give me a Pro Daytona. I'll be looking forward to seeing something like that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review and got some information from this review. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.